Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Alex Big Blue, and welcome to 7 Books in 7 Days, episode 11. So, this week I read 7 more books, and I'm going to give them all a quick review as usual and show you guys what I read. So, first off, on day one, I read XForce number 1. So, it's the beginning of a new series. This one was pretty cool. It was kind of interesting because I didn't really know that much about Marrow before. That's her up in the left corner. I knew who she was and stuff, but apparently, at least in this run, she seems really kind of chaotic and crazy, almost a little bit like maybe less comical Deadpool. So that was kind of interesting learning more about her. And of course, I really like Phantom X a lot. That's him right there, by the way, in the middle. He's a really cool character, and I always like him showing up. So him being on the team really made this fun. And Cable and Psylocke as well round out the team. This was overall just a pretty interesting read, and it was pretty quick. I would recommend picking it up if you guys see it. But that was the first book. And book two was Marvel Tales number 83. So 1977. I got this book from Surf Blue in the AOK that he sent. An epic AOK, by the way. If you hadn't seen that, check it out. But yeah, I read this. It is Marvel Tales starring Spider-Man. And it has Kraven the Hunter in it. So it's basically Kraven the Hunter and Gog the Giant. I believe that's his name. And they're fighting Spider-Man and Kazar. So very cool. Gwen Stacy was captured by Kraven, and they're trying to go back and save her. Spider-Man and Kazar is. But yeah, this was just an absolute great read. I really liked it a lot for sure, and just classic Spider-Man team up stuff going on here. And after I read that one, I was kind of in the mood to read some more Spider-Man teaming up with people. So I read Marvel Team Up number 112. Spider-Man and King Cole. So this one was really good. Besides the fact that also I love this cover, by the way. But this one was really awesome. Basically, Doctor Strange has to send Spider-Man back in time. He sends like basically his astral form, I believe it is. And he has to like pretty much possess people in order to talk to Cole. And he can control people too, and he still has his powers, which is interesting how that worked. Even though he's using other people's bodies. But yeah, this is really cool though. Really great read. I actually got this one for $1 one time, so which is pretty crazy to me too. But yeah, just an absolute really fun read in this one. I really liked it a lot. King Cole seems really interesting. I don't know if I've read anything else with him in it before or have any other, but I knew who he was before. But yeah, this is really interesting. I liked it a lot. And the fourth book I read was Frankenstein, Agent of Shade. It is from the New 52. It is book 1. This one seems pretty interesting. It kind of starts you out in the world. So basically, Frankenstein has his own team of monsters, and they're trying to save this town. So yeah, it gets you into it a little bit. I thought it was pretty interesting. If I see more issues of it, I'd be down to read more of it. Frankenstein seems like a pretty likable character, I would say. All right, and then for the fifth book, I read Gamora number 1. It is from the Now when it starts saying that on the corner too. But yeah, this is a pretty interesting read. Basically, we have her before she become, I guess you would say, a hero. She is with Nebula and Thanos on the ship, and her and Nebula keeps going back and forth. They fight, and there's bickering and stuff. And Gamora is basically trying to get revenge on who she's told was the people that destroyed her race on her world. So that was pretty interesting. Although I kind of suspect it may have been Thanos, and he may have lied to her. I don't know. We'll see. But that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, I'd be interested to read more of this. It was pretty interesting to see Gamora being essentially a villain, but meaning well, sort of. But you could definitely see the kind of turmoil in her mind as she has to do these things. And for the sixth book, I read Spider-Man number 46. Beware the Rage of a Desperate Man, Part 1. This one was really awesome. Basically, it was Spider-Man and Demogoblin was trying to seemingly attack Hobgoblin, but it ends up in a twist of what he was actually trying to do, which is kind of interesting. Which I won't spoil just in case you guys want to read this, but yeah, it has Demogoblin and Hobgoblin in this a bunch, as well as some other characters as well. And Spider-Man's trying to stop Demogoblin, like I said, and Hobgoblin. And this one just honestly fun. It has quite a bit of action. Demogoblin and Spider-Man fight a bunch. And overall, it's just a fun, good Spider-Man read. with a decent amount of action and a pretty good story mixed in. So, I highly recommend this one if you guys haven't already read it. I also love the cover with that kind of silver backdrop. Very cool. It also, by the way, if you can see it real good in here or not, but it has a art print for the show in it, so that's pretty cool. It has Vulture right there and Spider-Man in there. But yeah, it was really cool, anyways. All right, and then last but not least, on book 7, I read Our Man #1. It is from the pages of JLA. Like it says, it actually has a bunch of the other members of the JLA in this book, actually, including Batman, Green Lantern, and Flash, who all get quite a bit of dialogue in this. Our Man is a pretty interesting character. I've known of him a little bit before, but this is one of the first few times I really read much with him in it. So basically, in this, he is kind of like he's almost like a kid. He's very unlearned as far as like common sense goes and stuff like that. But he's very powerful. He can pretty much do whatever he wants with time, almost within reason, at least. I don't know exactly how far that extends, but it can do a lot of stuff for sure because I've seen it in this, you know. But yeah, he's a very powerful character, and he's trying to learn how to control himself better and how to be a better hero, essentially. And some shenanigans ensue in this. And yeah, overall, I just really like this a lot, honestly. For a character that I've never read that much, especially, you know, just jump right into something like that. I definitely have interest in continuing this, and I already have the second issue, so I'll be sure to read that soon. But overall, I like this issue a lot. I'm Alex Blue. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later.